Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.
The third, the technique which we did not talk about it is the email. So the question is, if I want to use an email, what I would like to close to.
Appointment or download?
Appointment or download. Any other closure?
Well, it could be leading to a webinar or watching a video, but
landing page.
We are here lead. We have prospective. Prospects. So what I wanna, if I wanna send you an email with a potential selling you a product, what will be the closing?
Something to foster the two-way communication instead of just one way.
Awesome. Exactly, it was something foster. So why did you say it will be a download?
yeah, that would be the one before that. Between
Download will be,
between targeted audience and lead.
or it will be a lead and I want to have a better qualification, or I want to measure their interest. Remember, this 10 point of contact or 10 points of communication, this is only my model. You may want to have leads here, and you may want to say, you know what, I want to have a targeted lead for a specifics. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what could foster the two-way communication? Meeting, webinar, a longer phone call. So I can give here a phone call. Hey Mike, how are you? Can I set up a 1 hour presentation by our boss? This will be a longer phone call. Or I can ask you to join a forum. That's right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So if I send an email, what will be the closing of the email? What will be a legitimate closing? Sign up or
Click to call or
phone call
click to book.
or click to book. Okay? What are the objections for an email?
Objections for an email.
Well, first one not being read anyways. That's number one.
How can I overcome this objection?
Appealing subject line.
By sending another email telling them you did not read my email, or by making a phone call saying I sent you an email, you did not see it. That's right.
Yeah.
So what is the second, what are the other objections?
Opening up and not
Click on the links.
click on the link. Yeah.
So how I can overcome this objection?
Same thing, like follow up.
Follow up in what way?
That could maybe even a phone call if you have the information.
Or sending an email.
Follow up email again.
Or follow up in email.
Yeah.
Okay. What other objections we can have on emails? Can we see if they delete the emails?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Okay, just I'm asking the question. So on an email, I have to design a follow-up.
No, I think it only tracks responses if they delete it. We don't get to see that.
They track responses, and with our good friend Nancy
Yeah.
and other people who give us lots of insights, they also say that the tracking of this response is not really accurate. That's right. Like if I see my email here, like here, hopefully somebody sent me. So if I see my email in the front here,
Yeah.
will this count as read email?
No.
No, only if you
Open it.
if you open it. Yeah, if you click on it, right?
Select it.
If you select it, if you open it, and your browser will allow you to send the message back.
Yeah.
Because some browsers will not allow you to send the message back.
But is that not normally through a hidden pixel?
It can be blocked by the browser for
Okay.
security
Yeah.
for security reasons. So if you send information to Alberta Health Regions or government agencies or government employees, you cannot do the tracking. The tracking will be completely closed.
Mhm.
Cannot. They block this tracking. So how much do you depend on this tracking?
As an indication. Like,
Okay. So the question is how often you can send these follow-up emails?
How often?
Yeah.
As often as you want.
Yeah, but what is the best practice? Like,
But
is it like the 3 no's?
well, they say a sequence of 7 emails usually takes that many to create the interest.
so how often I can send these emails?
How often?
Yeah.
It can vary from 1 day to every 3 days.
So
it even comes down if it's going for a webinar, then you sometimes see this. Oh, this is your last chance. You only have 1 hour.
let's just talk about without having urgency. Without having urgency, you can have them 1, 3, 5, 7, and you can keep it as 7.
Yeah.
So you can have an email.
The
Did I get my email of yesterday? I sent you 3 emails ago. I send you 5, 7, 7, 7. Okay, every week. You can also send it over urgency by saying last chance, 2 seats left. Okay, or some seats left. Mike said something which is not right here. You can also send them to a landing page. And what the landing page will have? The landing page will have videos to sign up to your program or set up a phone call. That's right.
Yeah.
So what could be the script of the email?
Sorry, what could be the what?
What should be the script of the email?
For the landing page?
No, for the email, the language inside the email.
Oh.
It could be the same script. That's right.
Sure.
And what is the call to action here? To learn more, click on this link. Make sense?
Mhm. But like in something like Infusionsoft or Aweber or whatever you use, you would create a campaign with like the 1 day reminder, 3 day reminder. You would pre-craft the emails and have them pre-scheduled. And as
Yep.
soon as they click, then it goes into the other branch of the tree.
Yep. This is exactly right. Does it make sense?
Yep.
So can you Can you commit, or can you commit to set up this email? Write this email and set it up for your program. Just an invitation email for people to sign up to your program.
And bring it on Saturday.
And we can bring it on Saturday. Any questions?
No, I think that's one we probably see a lot more of these days.
And the opening rate of them these days are coming short and short and short and short. So that's why people now are using the phone, the cell phone, texting, the messenger texting.
So emails are on the drop with the click through
Yep.
rate.
Yeah.
It's getting worse than it was like a year or two ago.
How many emails do you get a day? So I average 3 emails every 2 minutes. I was doing some sporadic averaging, and I found that I get about 2 emails every 3 emails every 2 minutes.
Yeah, a while back during the project management time, I had about between 150 and 300 emails a day.
Yep.
In total.
Yep.
Relevant emails, not newsletters. I filtered those right away.
So I'm trying to figure out a way to filter these emails from my life, filter them out, because they're just so. It became to be so nuisance right now. So if I don't check the emails every couple of hours, and I basically flag the ones I should respond after my meetings, I will not be able to keep up with the emails. And some key emails will be getting lost. The other problem I found with emails as well is how many devices do you get emails through right now?
Only one.
So do you get them to your phone?
Only to the phone, and then of course if I log in here on my computer, but notifications are only on my phone.
So what I found as a problem now is with Mac computers, with the email on the Mac, it matches the email on all the devices. So if I get an email here, I reply to it, and the reply will be recorded here. It will come on my phone and on my iPad. And
but
there
with
is
the notification again?
Sorry?
Or with the notification again?
no. Is what did you do with the email?
Okay.
So what this has caused me is some emails will appear in one device and don't show to the other devices
Oh,
Wow.
really?
till a few hours or few days later. Especially when they have a big attachment.
Oh.
So when I'm standing here, I can see an email coming here,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I will like step out from the office here, I'll go to my phone. I cannot find it,
Wow.
and then I will maybe reply to it here, or I will log in physically to the web browser through the web browser to my mail. I can answer it, and then when I come back, some magic will happen, and these emails will show up.
That's an Apple flaw, because I have Microsoft Office 365, and if it shows up on my computer, it's on my phone instantly. It should happen at the same time.
No, there is a delay sometimes because of the different devices. I believe because this has a limitation, so sometimes you have to delete all they auto-delete auto emails, or because of synchronization. So when I sit in front of my computer, I will get my text messages on the computer. At
But
least
do your emails download to your phone?
Yep.
Or are they kept in the cloud?
no, they kept in the cloud, but they download the first part here, and I can force downloading here.
That
The same,
doesn't explain the delay. It should be all simultaneous.
the same thing on text messages. If you send me a text, it will show first on my computer, then my phone. Because on Mac you have a messages,
Yeah.
which is an app you can download and reply to messages from your computer. And few times when we text messages in the weekend, I actually was sitting on the computer and I just basically reply to you. And my phone was outside. There is nothing showed up on my phone. And then the minute I went in and I text back to you on my phone, it updated all the new information and the old messages just showed up.
Right. But true, yeah, this is my friend had this too. Like he had set up his iPad Pro, his Mac, and the phone was there. And then I sent him an email with an attachment, and you could see it on his Mac right away. And then on the phone, it came actually last.
That's crap.
And it came, and sometimes
That's
it doesn't.
unacceptable.
And all devices logged in on the same Wi-Fi. So on
That's unacceptable.
on my
to me.
Wi-Fi.
Same Wi-Fi and same time as well.
Yeah. So I have a slight delay when I draft an email either on my phone or my computer, so that doesn't sync like by the minute.
Yeah.
But other than that, but that's in Gmail then, of course.
I don't know about the Gmail. Like after the problems I have with the iPhone, there are so many people are recommending me to go back and talk about and just to switch to something. So I'm not sure how the Google with the Gmail will do it.
Gmail's actually really good. I've got a buddy of mine in Toronto. He talks about how to use all the Gmail tools, like Gmail, the Google Share and Hangouts and stuff like that. And he said, from a business perspective, he sets it up and everything's instant with Google, with Gmail. He has a really slick way of managing business with it.
Okay, so just to summarize what we talked about today. This is the 10 point of contact which we talked about. If I have phone number, faxes, email, in-person, referral, or social media contact means using LinkedIn or Facebook, and I want to push from here to be prospects. The prospects will be people who will have two-way communications. That's right. So two-way communication will happen over a meeting, maybe webinar, longer phone calls, or different forums. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to push them from here to here, I will need scripts, email settings. I can have a conversation with a script. So all what I need is scriptings. Now, what I am sending them to is a question. So I'm sending them to a free seminar, webinar, workshop, or trial, or I'm sending them to pay money to buy a product. Which one are you sending them to? Okay?
That depends on the outcome, right?
That depends on your plan. What do you want to do? So what do you want to do as plan? Do you want to send them to a free workshop or to a paid service? Okay? So if it's a free workshop or free service or free trial, the best outcome is them here. You have a phone call with them or you send them an email and they sign up. Okay? If you want to send them to be a customer right away, you may want to practice in the middle. So it's based on your model. Now, if I have here an upselling and I have here a referral and I have here, this is the retired people. Is there a difference between getting any of these stages to be prospects? So if I have a referral customer, I will need the same communication skills to close them to give me the new prospect. That's right. So I need to be in front of them with a phone call, with an email, with whatever. To do what? To ask them for the referral. Make sense?
Okay, so this way you're talking to your current customer and ask them to refer other people so that they give you the contact information to go into the lead prospect loop.
Yep. Just here I had to add the call to action.
Yeah.
So okay. So the difference between this brown blue part, if I move it, if I shifted from here, from lead prospects, and I would say, for example, they will serve referral customer, and the outcome here will be prospecting. How it will differ? It will only differ in the scripting. That's right. The scripts, I will not say, hi, I am the author of. I'll say, hi, I am the one who served you well. Do you agree? Can I get contact? Who else? Can you name 3 individuals who can take advantage of this service that you know? Make sense?
Yeah. In those scripts, can you ask for help? Because I remember that statistically, if people are able to do you a favor after you've done them a favor, there's a smaller kind of barrier. How would you phrase it? Would you use the word like help in this case?
Would you mind emailing them this material so
Yeah.
I can set up an appointment with them? Yes.
Yeah.
Would you mind emailing them so I can set up this appointment with them? You can do that.
Very nice.
Okay. So if you want to use the same sequence here, you should use that. Would you mind make a phone communication? Would you mind make a phone introduction? Would you mind sending them this email? Like so many times I ask individuals to give me a reference to somebody else. They say, oh, can you craft the email for me? Even some friends on Facebook, they'll come, okay, can you craft the posting? I'm willing to post your workshop and share it with my groups, but would you mind just writing to me what I should write on my wall? So I will go to my messenger, say, here is the write-up.
You quite often have that when you ask for testimonials too.
Yes.
Like, how should it look like?
Yes.
And then you have them just nod off.
Yep. So you can have, so if you have this communication between lead and prospects, you can also have it between referral customer and prospects. That's right. Because the contact you will get from your referral customer will act as new lead. So you can prospect them. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do it for referral, it's the same strategy. Okay? Any questions?
Nope. Good.
So can you summarize the day today for us? What did you retain from today? Can you reflect?
So yeah, today we looked at campaigns and the different entry points, starting with phone. We added tags later on, email, personal meeting, a referral or social media contact through, for example, Messenger. We started on the script, how the script should look like for the phone call, and adjusted those to the other options like a personal contact script or a referral contact script, which can have an outcome or should have an outcome in a two-way communication, either as a meeting, a webinar, a longer phone conversation, or joining a forum. And at the end, we looked into how the email campaign would have to look like with certain follow-up emails depending on whether the person opened the email, and if not, then we would be able to send a reminder after 1 day, after 3 days, after 5 days, and then after 7 days in a sequence until it's open or we give up or it's not relevant anymore. And last but not least, we talked about how to change the script if we are not looking at the sequence of turning leads into prospects, but get leads from referral customers or prospecting returning customers into leads for the new sequence. And I think that summarizes it pretty much.
Do you agree, guys, on this?
Yeah, for the most part, because I lost the last hour, but yeah, I mean, we could have done our day in like 5 minutes.
So the question back to you: how are you using this information now? So what is the actions you will take between today till Saturday?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear that.
No, I didn't. Oh, so I had never thought about a phone call. Like, that wasn't even in my radar. And I don't know if I will or not, but
So just to address this, because this is not even on my radar, but the individual I'm helping who moved from $40 million to $110 million revenue, he achieved $40 million revenue exclusive by being on a phone call. His selling ticket items are somewhere between 20 to a couple of $100,000.
what was he selling? What kind of industry product?
He sells training programs. So he train.
Online?
Oh, sorry. He train.
Online?
I have to go out of the camera. Thank you, sir.
You have to edit that out.
I have to edit out. It may not show up. No, thank you, sir. He train. He train hospitals.
Is it like physical training or online training?
Physical training.
Oh wow.
He trains hospitals in the
$40
US.
million. How was he able to do all of that by himself? Like
He has a 22 employees,
Oh, okay.
but he sells exclusively
Phones.
phone. And when I was doing my sales and the closing deal workshop last time, I was doing it by emails. And what happened was very interesting on emails. I sent him an email. He said, yeah. Did you get the email from so and so? I said yes. I replied to her. He said no, she's so frustrated. I called her back. I sent her 6 emails. And then he told me, he said, listen, I don't play these games. I authorized 4 of my sales team to join your workshop. And you messed it up because you could not send them the information. So what I learned on the email is my email has a filter on the emails going out, which did not allow emails going to this particular domain. So have you heard about this?
Yep, I get that with Infusionsoft. Some of Jay's emails, when they come from Infusionsoft, depending what account you use, do not come to me.
So did not come to you. It's a story on. Did not come to you. It's a story on your filters. But when I send you from my Win Your Brand account to you, the STMP has a filter on it, which prevents spam from going out.
Oh.
So
okay.
if I am responding to your email which has a higher spam rate, your email has higher spam rate, and I'm replying to it, it will block it. So it took me at least a week to realize what's going on, and then I called the customer service over there and they released the email. So I missed an opportunity of making like $5 grand because of my email service, okay?
Yeah, actually, I had this too with the GoDaddy platform where there were too many links in the email, which were apparently smelling like spam email, and this is why it didn't go out.
So one thing you have to realize is selling over phone is the prime way to sell high ticket items.
So you mentioned is like rather than so is a most effective way of doing that. If you're a one-person show, would that be to use like telemarketers to sell your products if you give them the right script?
Yes.
Yes, and I do have access to a couple of telemarketers in town who are reasonably priced, and yes, I help Rick getting 3 prospects or 4 prospects in a month. You know who's Rick I talk about? Which Rick I talk about?
Very cool.
One Rick.
McCulloch?
Yeah.
God, him? Oh,
Yeah.
yesterday I said, "Hi, Rick, how are you doing?" "I'm doing great. I've got some real leads in oil and gas companies. I'm going to talk." "Shut up! I just said, how are you?" Like, stop. Like, he just.
Yeah, he called me. He came to me and said we should talk because he has something for me. But I don't know.
Did you see his hat? He came to this thing.
It was like really nice.
He wore a hat. That's. Well, you weren't there, okay.
What, Randy's?
To Randy's, were you there, at Randy's?
No, I wasn't there.
So the point I want to say here, but don't lose don't lose the motor.
I agree with everything Marcel said.
Sorry. The point I want to make sure here is what I learned from Brian is phone is the way to go in his business,
That makes sense.
and he will fly people over to open the door for him to fly people to across of North America. He talks first to the CEO of the companies or CEOs of hospitals. So don't discount the phones.
Mm.
I know for a fact that Jubilations hires a guy at Edmonton to call up all the businesses and promote their business package. You have to have a business package for Jubilations to either reward your clients or maybe for your own office to be able to give recognition to your own staff.
Cool.
Yeah, and they call up and they're effective. They got a nice script behind it. They're respectful in their approach. So we had to write scripts that's respectful and creates a dialogue, right? As opposed to the guys talking and talking. Hey, I have a question. The guys still talking and talk and we go. Yeah, so yeah, but it's effective if you do it well. There's people that are very good at it, and those are the ones that you hire.
Yeah.
And also it's function of the product as well.
And it's how you write it. I mean, you write it with respect. Like I have a script that I gave to my salespeople when I had them, and they were very effective, but they were respectful too.
I get these robocalls now. You get them, but apparently I get the robocalls and then hang-ups. So I Googled that, and apparently what's happening is that you got all these telemarketing robocalls, and then when the robocall actually gets you and identifies that it's not an answering machine, they connect you to the telemarketer, who then, if they don't pick it up right away, it hangs up on you. So I get these hang-ups coming, calling, and this is one of my greatest fear is using telemarketers, because they'll piss people off, because I know exactly where it's coming from. It was coming from HP, like they were trying to sell me computer support or something, but now I blocked HP, right? Because I can just block it on my phone. So if they call on my behalf, they're probably gonna show up as Panther Power, right? And if there's one of these robocalls and hang-ups, they're gonna block this number. Anyways.
So how will you apply today?
Email, I don't know.
Will you entertain the phone?
I have to think about that. It's not something that I would have. I'm thinking of my membership thing, membership website.
So one of the good things we do all the time, and we do it the best. It's you, me first, don't feel bad. You and Mike. One of the good things we do the best. If we want to find a way out from this, we map it to a different service. So when we talk about, can we do emails to sell the service which is planned on video courses?
Yeah.
Mike will come and say, no, I'm not talking right now about my current business, which is one-on-one. When I come and say, okay, we'll use phone for high-ticket items, you say, yeah, for my website membership. Okay, your website membership is not a high-ticket item, my friend.
Oh yeah, did you ask me about high ticket items?
What I was
For the
telling you is the guys who said the phone is the prime,
Yeah.
they are selling high-ticket
Okay.
items.
Okay, I didn't hear. I didn't get it.
Okay, so me, you, and
So
Mike
for-
are
for
doing
high
this,
ticket items. Yeah, obviously the phone.
you know.
To phrase it in a different way, what he's saying, like, you will always find the excuse not to do it by rephrasing it.
By we always land back to a different service where this is not be relevant, you know. That's okay. So is there anything else you'd like to add? Okay, Mike, how will you apply this today? Between today and
As long
Saturday,
because you have to pay an extra buck at McDonald's.
and 5 cents.
Hey,
$1.05,
I
okay.
put my sticker on the table.
Okay.
Whoever
So
gets it first.
scrap on that one. There.
So Mike, how will you apply?
I just have to, again, my Infusionsoft isn't doing what it needs to do, so I gotta really drill it down and get it working.
Let me know if you need help with that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm seeing Nancy tomorrow for her meetup, so she's got some unfinished business with me, so
Okay. What time are you meeting today?
10 till noon at Westbrook Mall.
Oh,
Tomorrow Tuesday?
yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow Tuesday at the library upstairs. Nice place.
Yeah, I know it's a very nice place. Very nice place. No, I have an engagement tomorrow all day. Okay. So Marcel, how will you apply this?
I'll look into the script or work on the script for either the phone or the email.
So why is not both? Why on Saturday we don't come back on Saturday and practice the scripts for the phone and the emails?
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
Okay.
Any last questions or last?
So the emails, you just want one script or do you want 3?
As many as you can. The more you have the scripts,
Yeah, okay.
when you apply them, you will have the starting point. That's right.
Okay, so the emails for low ticket items, the phones for high ticket items.
This is what I was told. And he basically did not want to meet with me again to help me with my business because he authorized his people to pay money for my workshops and I could not follow up with them to get his money, which is already pre-approved. So I was basically pissed off. Okay.
Infusionsoft cost you $5,000.
No, it's not easy.
Not easy.
Because she sent me, I told her, okay, so what's your email? And she sent me an email. And then when I called .easy, I said, I send 4 email. I'm not sure, this particular week was very weird because I only sent like 3 or 4 emails only in 4 days,
Mercury retrograde.
you know? So I
Heard about that?
called .easy, I said, there are this particular 3 emails or 4 emails. Couple of them were this guy from Juju Business,
Yeah.
because this is the time when he was putting this logo on the audio stuff for the radio.
Yeah.
And 2 emails to these guys. That's it. This was the only 4 emails I sent. And I said, like, this email was sent on this particular hours by the minute. The guy said, okay, let me look at it. The Juju Business went to him, but apparently he did not get them because of his email spam filter, who does not allow BNG and GIF files to get through. So this is what Daryl problem.
That's
This
the
was
problem.
Daryl problem. Yes.
Wouldn't allow GIFs through?
Well,
Yeah.
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 Some of them, well, some of your email clients will automatically block it unless you unblock it.
And it's
Yeah,
not trivial.
I won't download the pictures, but I.
No, it didn't. It doesn't allow the email because the email, if you have the email in your mail client, it can actually change your mail client. And then this email went to this company. The alias did not work. The alias did not work, and I went in and I sent it from a completely different website. It went to them. So when they released the emails from the email spam filter, these guys gave me a call and said, "Why did you send us 11 emails?" I said, "I did not send you 11 emails. I made 11 attempts over the last 2 weeks or last 10 days to send you the information you asked for." And I explained the whole scenario. That was very funny. Like, I lost $5,000. Okay, doesn't matter. Don't care about what was the reason, you know.
And then you lost another $1.25 today.
Okay,
What are these
you
expenses
gotta
about?
tell me about that. What happened there?
Okay, so let's conclude the session and see you Tuesday, Saturday, and we can talk about this.
Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.